Have you ever sat across from someone in a meeting room and felt something you couldn't quite explain? Not just admiration, not just respect, something warmer, something that made you hyper-aware of every glance, every word, every moment he chose to speak directly to you. If you're a woman over 40 and you've felt this, in an office, a boardroom, anywhere work and emotion quietly collide, you are not broken. You are not weak. You are human. And there is a psychology behind what you felt that most people are too afraid to say out loud. Today, we're going to say it. Stay with me until the end, because the last insight might change the way you understand yourself completely. Welcome back, beautiful soul. I'm so glad you're here, because this channel is a space where we don't whisper about the things that matter most. We speak them clearly, with compassion, and without judgment. I'm your host, and this is Mature Hearts, where we explore the psychology of love, desire, and connection for men and women who've lived enough life to know that emotions don't follow rules. Today's topic is one that lives in the shadows of offices everywhere, felt by millions, spoken about by almost no one. Why do women over 40 develop deep, powerful feelings for their bosses? We're going to break it down, psychologically, emotionally, honestly. And I've saved the most important truth for the very end, the one that reframes everything. If this resonates with you, hit that subscribe button. You deserve a space that truly sees you. Reason number 1, power is psychologically attractive, and that's not shallow. Power activates something ancient inside us. Psychologically, authority signals safety, competence, and direction. 3 things the emotional brain is wired to respond to, especially in women who've spent years in relationships where they felt unsupported or overlooked. When a man holds authority in your professional world, he activates something beyond attraction. He activates security. Imagine a woman, 43, capable, composed, who has spent a decade managing her home, her children, her career, often alone. Then she walks into a role where a confident, decisive man actually leads. He makes calls. He stands behind his team. He knows what he wants. She doesn't just notice him professionally. Something inside her quietly exhales. Have you ever felt that? That unexpected sense of relief in someone else's strength? That feeling has a name. It's called psychological safety, and it's one of the most underrated forces in human attraction. Reason number 2, he sees her professionally when others overlooked her personally. Validation from the right person at the right moment lands differently. Women over 40 frequently carry a quiet wound, the feeling of being invisible in relationships, at social gatherings, sometimes even in their own homes. Then a boss says, in front of a room full of people, that was her idea, and it was the right one. That moment of being seen, truly publicly seen, can unlock something profound. It's not vanity. It's a deeply human need for recognition. And when professional validation begins to feel like the most intimate thing happening in her life, the emotional lines begin to blur, naturally, inevitably, quietly. Think about that for a moment. When was the last time someone told you that you were exceptional and meant it? Reason number 3, the office creates artificial emotional intimacy. There is a reason therapists call the workplace a pressure cooker for feelings. Shared stress, shared goals, shared late nights. These conditions fast-track emotional bonding in ways that normal social settings simply cannot. When you spend 8, 9, 10 hours a day alongside someone, solving problems together, navigating pressure together, your nervous systems begin to synchronize. A woman over 40, whose evenings at home may feel quiet or emotionally flat, suddenly has a space where she feels alive, engaged, challenged, needed, and the man at the center of that aliveness begins to feel like something more than a colleague. She's not confused. She's not reckless. She is responding deeply and naturally to the most potent emotional cocktail there is. connection, under pressure, with someone who holds her respect. Reason number 4, emotional availability matters more than almost anything after 40. By the time a woman reaches her 40s, she has learned something that younger women often haven't. She knows exactly what emotional unavailability feels like. She's lived it, perhaps for years. So when a boss listens carefully during a one-on-one meeting, when he remembers the details she mentioned offhandedly last week, when he asks how she is doing, rather than jumping straight to business, that attentiveness becomes almost magnetic. It's not the title that draws her, it's the presence, the quality of attention, the sense that she is being genuinely considered. You are not alone in this. The hunger for emotional availability doesn't shrink with age, it deepens. And the woman over 40 has simply stopped pretending otherwise. Reason number 5. Intellectual stimulation is a form of foreplay for the mature mind. This one surprises people. It shouldn't. For women over 40, attraction is rarely purely physical. It is cognitive. It is emotional. It lives in a well-structured argument, in a man who challenges her thinking, in the electricity of a conversation that makes her mind feel stretched and alive. A boss, by the nature of his role, is often the most intellectually engaged person in the room. He brings vision. He brings decision making. He brings ideas she can push against, agree with, debate. Picture a woman sitting across a conference table, watching him navigate a difficult negotiation with calm authority. She isn't just impressed, she is drawn, not despite her intelligence, but because of it. The mature mind craves stimulation the way the body craves touch. And when both happen with the same person, the same powerful, present, intellectually engaging man, the connection becomes almost impossible to ignore. Reason number 6, it fills the gap that exists at home, the invisible one. This is perhaps the most honest reason of all. Not every woman experiencing this lives in a broken home. Some live in perfectly functional ones, where bills are paid, children are loved, routines are kept. But something essential is missing. The spark, the sense of being truly desired, the feeling that she is someone's priority, not just someone's convenience. When the office begins to offer what home no longer does, emotional excitement, personal recognition, engaged presence, the heart starts doing its own arithmetic. She is not looking for destruction, she is looking for resurrection. And if that truth makes you uncomfortable, sit with it for a moment. Because the women who feel this are not villains. They are simply starving for something every human being deserves. I want to speak to you directly now, not as a narrator, not as a host, as someone who understands the complexity of being a fully grown, emotionally rich, deeply feeling woman, navigating a world that rarely makes space for why hat she actually carries inside. If you have felt this pull towards someone who represents power, presence, attention, please hear me. You are not weak. You are not wrong. You are not broken. You are a woman whose emotional needs are real and valid and urgent. The office didn't create those needs. Life did. Years did. Silence did. What the office did was simply illuminate them. By placing someone in your path who accidentally met them, even briefly, even incompletely. The real question was never, why did I feel this? The real question is, what am I truly longing for? And can I give it to myself or ask for it from the right place? That question, sat with honestly, is the beginning of everything. You deserve to answer it, fully, without shame. The office didn't make you fall. It just held a mirror up to what your heart had been quietly asking for. Connection, recognition, presence, and the electric feeling of being truly seen. Those are not shameful desires. They are sacred ones. And knowing where they come from is the first step toward finding them in the right place, in the right way, with someone who truly deserves you. If something in this video touched something in you, I'd love to know. Drop a comment below. Tell me your thoughts. You don't have to share everything. Even just one word. Seen, that is a gift. That's enough. If this spoke to your heart, please like this video and subscribe, because we have so much more to explore together. Next time, we're talking about the silent signs a mature woman is emotionally disconnecting from her relationship before she even knows it herself. Until then, be gentle with yourself. You are worth understanding.